What's going on, everybody? It's your boy One Take Wonder coming at you with a review how to don't do to save you time, money, frustration, and a receding hairline. Thanks for tuning in. So today, this video is going to have to do with saving you time, money, and frustration, and a receding hairline. So we'll get to it. So first and foremost, I am not an attorney. I'm not a lawyer. I do not practice law. Video is not intended for legal advice. This video is intended to share an experience I had with you. So in August of last year, so about 9-10 months ago, I needed a new tire. Basically, one of the videos I did of taking the Rosso 4 Corsa rear off and getting the Metzler Sportec M9RR installed on it. Well, if I don't have to get something related to Ducati, I'll normally go to Cycle Gear. Now the issue you have with the Ducati Panigales or the single side swing arms is not every tire installer has the adapter for a single side swing arm. So I went to the Cycle Gear in Plano, Texas, and had them balance my wheel because I was able to get the tire changed. Now, one thing I do want to caution you guys, if you do drop your wheels off anywhere, even if you're waiting for them, take pictures of the wheels prior to taking them in, just so you have proof that when they say there's damage to the wheel and you're saying there was no damage to my $3,000 Marchesini wheel before I brought it in here, you have proof showing date stamp, time stamp, and that there is no damage to your wheel. I also took a video of my wheel in slow motion. That way I could zoom in and see the particular areas of the wheel if anything was in question. All right, so I get to the Plano Cycle Gear store, took the wheel in, had the talk to the manager, said it wouldn't be a problem to balance my wheel. He had the adapter. Got the wheel back after, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes, wasn't very long. I left. Got home and started to clean the wheel because there was some adhesive left on the wheel. And what I found was this on my wheel. So that was where the wheel weights were. And prior to going into the store, like I said, there were no marks on that wheel. It was mint wheel. Reason being, because I don't know if I did a video of this, but when I got this bike, there was damage to the rear wheel, so Ducati North America wound up switching out the rear wheel. Which is why, again, you always want to inspect your bike after you pick it up, take it home, clean it, detail it real quick right away. So carrying on, so I saw this, and I mean, I understand people are human. I was disappointed, but I wasn't mad. So I called Cycle Gear and I spoke with the manager, let him know what I found, and he said it wasn't him. Didn't happen in his store. I said, I can appreciate how you feel that way, but I have pictures before bringing it into your store of my wheel being completely mint. Furthermore, it's a brand new bike, has 4,000 miles on it. This is not, I mean, this looks like you took it off with a fork. He's like, no, it wasn't me, sorry. So I said, what, you know, Cycle Gear, being what you would think of being an upstanding company, what do you suggest I do? Because now I have a damaged wheel. He said, do whatever you got to do, and you know, it wasn't me. So I said, okay. So I reached out to the corporate customer service at Cycle Gear, where I filed a complaint. They said they would send it over to the regional manager, and I would hear back. I also followed it up with email, just so I had a paper trail in case, oh, you never called us. For some reason, our system just didn't record the call on that date and time. So I followed up with an email. I did get a response back from Cycle Gear. So again, this is August 2024. No, they said you hear back from the regional manager or district manager in about 3 to 5 business days. Gave them 2 to 3 weeks. I didn't hear back, so I wound up filing a claim in small claims court. The process was pretty easy. I had to file the case in the court of the district where the store that the tortfeasor, the store that performed the negligence, is located. So I filed the case. I had both the store served and the manager served. And then I also had the agent for service served. I did not receive a response from the store or from the organization, which means they're disregarding my claim. So I called them, filed a complaint, filed 2 email complaints, no response, filed a court case, no response. So then I petitioned the court to move forward with the case. Now, I was not aware of this. If the defendant does not respond, the case just hangs. I had to petition the court for the case to move forward because the defendant didn't respond in the allotted time. Case moved forward. Show for court. Again, no response from Cycle Gear. They didn't even show up for court, and this is in February or March. Okay, so roughly 6 months later, half a year later, still didn't show up, no response. The case was found in my favor. Contacted Cycle Gear again at the corporate number, and I said, I have this judgment. Where's your legal team? And the customer service person said, I'm not telling you. I said, I just need to know where to send this judgment because you guys owe me some money. He says, no, we don't, and I don't have to tell you anything. I said, well, actually, you do owe me money. This is by the court judgment, so you do owe me money. And even with having a chat with their customer service representative, the guy wound up hanging up on me on the phone. So we don't owe you anything. You can do whatever you need to do, but we don't owe you anything. I'm not giving you any information. Hung up on me. So I said, okay. So then what I did next was filed a writ of execution and provided the sheriff with a list of goods to go into the store and pretty much confiscate for a city auction. Not getting too far into that, shortly after that, when the sheriff went in, all of a sudden the organization was ready to comply and they issued me my check. This occurred in April of this year. So we're looking at about 8 months is what it took for an organization like Cycle Gear to acknowledge that they were in the wrong and to make me whole again. So the reason I share this with you is make sure you cover your CYOA. Whenever you go into someplace and you're going to leave your merchandise, even if you're waiting for it, make sure you take pictures of it, because when you go in there, they take it out of your site, and even if they do it within your site, there's a very big lack of accountability and ownership in society today. So if you don't have pictures, you don't have proof that something happened of what the condition was prior to the store or prior to the person taking hold of your property, you're probably not going to be indemnified, or it's going to be more challenging to get you indemnified. And secondly, it doesn't matter how reputable the organization is. I mean, Cycle Gear, I've been doing business with them since 2005, 6, 7, somewhere in there. I mean, who would have thought an organization like Cycle Gear would just say, not my problem, I didn't do it, you deal with it. And then I was going to be out $3,000 for a new rim. So again, I hope this helps you out. The small claims court case, again, I'm not an attorney or a lawyer, but the small claims process was very simple, very easy. It seems daunting at first, but this video hopefully is going to help you. If any of you, hopefully you don't run into this type of situation, but if you do, hold those organizations accountable. All right, any questions, comments, feel free to leave them below. It's your boy One Take Wonder coming at you with a review, how to, don't do to save you time, money, and frustration. Keep the right side down, twinkle, twinkle.